Hey guys, John Lee Dumas here, founder and host of EO Fire, and you're listening to Bravepreneur Parents Academy with ldquo.
Welcome to Bravepreneur Parents Academy, where the world's most inspiring entrepreneurs reveal their most defining childhood moments and share their legacy for raising brave little heroes who will grow up to change the world. And now, he still reads comic books under the blanket at bedtime. Please welcome your host, best-selling author, award-winning speaker, and self-confessed geek dad, ldquo. You know, like the hotel in Vegas? Yeah, no, that's really his name. ldquo.
Hey friends, welcome to another edition of the Bravepreneur Parents Academy. Today, we are speaking to a very good friend of mine. It is Venessa Moss. Venessa is an entrepreneurial mom with 6 kids, living a laptop lifestyle and running a successful business abroad. A lot of us might think living abroad is something we'll get to someday. Venessa seized the bull by the horns. She went for it. Venessa's going to talk to us today about loss, about living, and about empowering women. Please help me welcome very good friend of mine, Venessa Moss. Venessa,
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me to come and speak today.
Venessa, this is a big treat for me. We've been colleagues over the past couple of months, and I've been absolutely blown away, not only with Venessa's business acumen. This woman is a superstar boss when it comes to getting things done on the business level. But she's down to earth, she's warm, she's personable, she's always encouraging folks, especially the ladies out there. And I just wanted to learn more about her story. I learned that Venessa has 6 wonderful children, an amazing stay-at-home husband. Venessa's got quite a story to tell. But this didn't start in Cyprus, Greece, where she is right now. This actually started in Derbyshire, England. So, Venessa, take us back to the beginning. Take us back to where you're from in England. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I'm from Derbyshire in England, and for anyone that's listening to this and that knows that place, it is just hills, farms, and not a lot going on. So yeah, I lived in a little town in Derbyshire in England. I was born there. I grew up there. I stayed in that area, and then obviously 4 years ago, I made the decision to get out of there, get to the sunshine, and just live the life that I truly wanted.
So you really took your fate into your own hands, but there was something that precipitated this journey, you finally making this transition. I imagine you probably had a desire to make this sort of transition from the gray skies and the rainy weather and not that much going on out in the hillsides. But something happened along the way in your family's journey that kind of got you seeing life through a different lens. Can you take us through that situation?
Yes, sure. So I had three children at the time. My youngest son was 1. I had another son, Tom, who was 5, and my daughter, Autumn, was 8. And my son got really ill, and over a 6-month period was taken into hospital. And we found out that he got cancer, and 6 months later we lost him. So it was, it came really fast. It was just like a whirlwind, and so then we lost him. So it was my life completely changed. I can't even, you wouldn't even recognize the woman that I used to be to the woman that I am now, my life just completely changed. And it was the day after my son died. I just had this voice in me that told me it had happened for a reason, and I needed to find out why it had happened. So that started my journey of kind of like self-discovery, just trying to find, trying to understand the lesson, find the reason why it had happened. So along that journey, I left my partner at the time, because while my son was ill, and I was in hospital with my son, he was having an affair with somebody. So that was the first thing that needed to go. That was the first thing I needed to remove from my life to get on this path to move forward. So that was one thing, and then the next thing was, I decided that I just needed to move back closer to family. So that was the next thing that I did. And all these little steps that I was taking on this journey were, as I look at it now, were all leading me in the right direction. So by moving back to near my family, I met the love of my life, who I'm married to now, Ben. I've been with him 11 years. He's absolutely amazing. I met Ben, and then from there I had my other children, which then led into kind of like, stepping into kind of like different careers. But I was still searching for this reason why it had happened, still searching. And I got to a point where I became really ill, like the grief hit me, I became really ill. And it was in those moments when I was really ill, at rock bottom, I got to a point where it was a choice between kind of like making it easy and killing myself because of what I was going through, or just going for it and just trying to rebuild myself back up again. And I just decided I was here to live. And it was in those moments that I just got delivered this message of why my son died and why I was here. And it was in those darkest moments that something again spoke inside of me and just said, he went so that you could help other women live, empower women. And so I started on that journey of empowering women. So at this point I was still quite ill, and 2 weeks later, this voice had spoken to me, and I just went all out, and I'd watched TV, and there was something on TV, it was like a boot camp on TV, and I thought, oh wow, that looks really good. And I thought, how can I empower women then? What can I do? And I thought, I'm going to set up a boot camp class. I wasn't a fitness trainer. I didn't know anything about anything. I just asked a couple of people that I knew to kind of like help me put a couple of things together. And 2 weeks later, with no kind of like thought process around will it work, won't it work, it was just kind of like, I'm here to do this. I'm here to help women. Yeah. So I did it, and there were 8 people turned up. 8 people. 4 weeks later, 120 people had turned up. Yes. 2 months later, I had 3 locations, all with over 100 in each class. And it just grew and grew and grew. And that was, a huge lesson for me, which was, I'm a great believer that we're all here for something, and sometimes it takes something like the death of your child to get really connected to that. Yeah. And I believe that we're all here for something, but I also believe as well that sometimes we can completely overthink things in business. Start putting things in there to procrastinate, and that just takes us away from kind of like just jumping right in and just doing it. And that was a huge lesson for me, because just by connecting to whatever it was that spoke in me, and then just 2 weeks later just doing it, and it just became a huge success. We helped thousands of women, and it just grew rapidly, and there was no thought in it. It just came from pure desire to help women after hearing this thing that spoke within me. So that started me off on the journey of empowerment. And then from there, I was just feeling kind of like I was empowering others, but I wasn't empowering myself. I didn't feel like I was in the right place. I was, I was in English weather. Everything was doom and, gloom. It was, great skies, raining, miserable, So I was building this business that was empowering women, and everyone was feeling great. But I was just still in this space of just like, I love it, but, I'm not meant to be here. It doesn't feel right. I'm not meant to be here, because when I open my curtains, I feel miserable. When when I'm just going around my daily life, I just feel miserable. So I just kind of like connected to where I wanted to be, and I just knew that it was sunshine. And so I Googled where I had the most sunshine. So it was in Europe, and Cyprus came up first. So I just called a family meeting, and I told everyone we were moving to Cyprus. And I didn't know how I was going to do it, because obviously I'd got an offline business. I hadn't got an online business or anything, but I just used the power of visualization. I visualized every day that I was living in Cyprus, that, I lived in this like make-believe world every day that I was in Cyprus. I'd get into bed at night, I'd visualize my day, everything, and things just started lining up for me. You see, again, on that right journey, it was like I was on the right path, because intuitively I knew I shouldn't be in England. Things started lining up for me, opportunities. I took those opportunities, and it took me 4 months to go from the idea of kind of like, I need to get out of this place, I'm not meant to be here, to actually moving here, moving my whole family here. So yeah, and we've been here ever since.
Wow. That is an amazing story. Very, very tragic beginnings. I'm sorry for the loss of your child. It's been many, many years since it happened, but that's probably the one thing that every parent on here that's listening fears the most. And it sounds like you did go through some extremely tough times working through the grief, but you found some purpose out of it, and I really have to commend you for all the positive things you've been able to do in the lives of women coming out of that phase in your life. I'm interested to know, you grew this fitness brand. It's amazing how rapidly and at what scale you were able to build that brand. Talk to us a little bit, Venessa, about your background. Did you go to school for business? Were you an entrepreneur prior to doing this? The reason that I want to get into that a little bit is because of something you mentioned. You talked about how sometimes either as entrepreneurs, we tend to overthink the things that we want to accomplish. And we tend to want to analyze and build extremely elaborate plans and make sure our ducks are in a row before we take action. You seem to really be good at seizing the day, taking action. So I'm just curious to know if you had a lot of business training or what sort of lent itself, in addition to your fire and your passion and drive, what lent itself to the success of that bootcamp business?
Okay, so I had no qualifications, no college, no business school, no nothing. I was pregnant over my first child at 18, and I had her when I was 19, and I was a stay-at-home mum. So I was a stay-at-home mum. And my full-time job was looking after my children. I had no skill to do anything else. I had no training, no nothing. The change came in me from losing my son. That was it. That was the transformation in me. And like I said, it was, I don't even know what it was. It was just something that just spoke in me, that told me to do something. And I knew from every cell in my body, knew that it was right, knew that it was just something that I had to do. And because I had this all knowing, I didn't start worrying about, kind of like getting things in place and kind of like business plans and preparing and, looking for lenders or looking for more, getting marketing costs together and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely nothing. I just, over a 2-week period, it was just like, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this because we're going to open on this day. And that was it. And nothing else even came into my thought process. Absolutely nothing. And so, like I said, I had done nothing before. Absolutely nothing business-wise before. I was a stay-at-home mom. And that was my first thing that I did. And it was just pure knowing. It was just a pure knowing, and just pure desire. And it, like I said, it was the biggest lesson that I've ever learned, which was, if I know something now, and you know yourself, when something feels right. If something feels right for me now, I know it's a no-brainer. I just go. I don't even think about it, and you know this from the other things that I do as well. It's just like, right, this is it. I'm going out there. I'm doing it because it feels right and it works. Every time it works every time. So, that's my business strategy. Just kind of like tuning into, is this right? Does this feel right? Yes, it does. No kind of like, I do plan things, but I look at a lot of people in their business and they're forever planning, they're forever building. Whereas what I learned from this experience was just, if it feels right, go for it, then put the things in place. And that's what I've done with absolutely everything, and everything has worked for me that way. So maybe it's just my way. I'm not saying that it's the way to do things, but so mine's more of kind of like an intuitive knowing, and just going ahead and then putting the things in place that are needed.
So, Venessa, you left Derbyshire, England. You left this thriving bootcamp business behind, and you moved your family to Cyprus, sunshine and, nicer weather. Nothing against England, folks. I do love visiting. And Venessa does go back to visit family. But you did what was right for yourself and for your mindset at that time. But you left your business behind. How did you now start? Did you start a brand new business? How were you able to kind of put the financial pieces of the puzzle in place in this new land? It was a nice place to live, but how are you going to feed your family? So tell me a little bit about what next step you took in business.
Okay, so because I built my bootcamp business so fast and it was thriving, it had so many members, I became quite well known in the fitness industry in the UK for it. So, a lot of people were interested in how I was doing it. And at the time I had a business coach, and she invited me to go to one of her seminars. And if I just go back to when I decided I was going to go to Cyprus, I just knew I was going to go, and I was visualizing it. And I just, again, it was that all knowing. It was just, I just knew something would happen to kind of like, something would pop up, and so that I could go and kind of like run my business from my laptop. So I got this business coach at the time, and she invited me to go to a seminar, and I just felt that I had to go to it. I wasn't really that interested, but I went along anyway. And when I got there, the room was absolutely packed full, hundreds of people with fitness businesses. And she did the whole 1 hour presentation on me and my success. And
wow.
I know. And obviously my story with me losing my son and building my business, etc. And so at the end then she did her pitch, everyone was signing up with her. And I just had women running up to me just saying, I signed up with her because I just love you so much. I just want to create what you've created. I just, I signed with her because I love you. And I kind of like sat back and I looked around and she'd made something like 350,000 that day. I sat there and I thought, she's just made 350,000 from my story, and people are signing up with her because they want to run a boot camp like mine, and they love me. So I got on the train, I went home, this was on the Sunday, and again, my style, it just felt like there was nothing planned. I just went on Facebook, and nearly all of that room had added me on Facebook, and I just went and put a post on Facebook, and I just said, I've now opened my diary for business coaching clients. If you want to build a thriving, successful fitness business, I've got 5 slots available. And people started messaging me, and that week I sold out those 5 places. I sold out those 5 places, which were all high ticket 12-month programs, and that gave me the secure income to then move.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of laughing to myself over here.
I believe God has just been guiding me all the way,
I was going to say, who told you that you could do a 12-month high-ticket program? You didn't have any experience.
Me, I just told me. That was it. I think where it came from was people were signing up with her to get what I had built, and I built that on my own. So signed the people up, and then it was just a case of I just had to sit there and then kind of like put a model together of how I built my business, and then that's what I coached the people on over that 12 months. But it was just, again, it was just that knowing, and like I said, I've been visualizing getting to Cyprus, and I've been visualizing running a business from my laptop, and I didn't have a clue what I was going to do. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do, but I just knew that something was going to happen, because it was, the pull to come to Cyprus was so strong, and I knew that it was meant to be. That I just knew something was going to come up, and I just trusted the process. And I was invited there, and I'm somebody who can kind of like sit back and look for the lesson, look for the lesson in things, and kind of like look for the opportunity in things as well. So it's like when I was there and she was signing the people up, I just kind of like sat back, and it was just like, that's why I've been brought here today. Yeah, that's why I've been brought here today, to get the lesson from it. You can do this. Go back. You've got the network now. Go message it to the network. And yeah, so that's what I did.
There really is a lesson in that, one that perhaps I wouldn't have picked up on right away, Venessa, but you really started to tease that out. At that seminar, that workshop where your friend made a ridiculous amount of money off of your story, a lot of people could have turned bitter at that situation. A lot of people could have been upset and maybe not realized the gift that they've been given. It's quite possible that you may never have even thought of selling a high-ticket coaching course to teach people how to build their own boot camps if you hadn't first gone through that situation. So I really am seeing a pattern in your being able to, like you said, take situations, sit back, and really find the nuggets, the lessons out of them. I think that's something a lot of us can really learn from. So Venessa, we're going into, as we record this interview, we're going into 2016. You have been doing a lot of things to empower women. What do you have coming up for the new year, and how can women connect with you?
Okay, so for the last 3 years that I've been in Cyprus, I've had a lot of kind of like family connection time while I've been out here. It was really important after building the boot camp businesses. I wanted to really connect with Ben and the kids, and just kind of like, after the loss of my son as well, I've never kind of had a rest all those years, because I've been trying to search for what it was, and then illness, etc. So we came out here, and I just wanted that real nice time with Ben and the kids, and while I've been having a really nice time with Ben and the kids, I've also built another really successful business, which I absolutely adore, and it gives us a really great lifestyle. But I still had that yearning in me, that voice in me, that whatever it is in me, and anybody who knows me knows that I talk about it all the time. Like, I am here to lead women. I'm here to kind of like show women that there's a better way. But what I kept doing was I kept trying to connect an income from it. Okay, so I've got like this, this voice there still kind of like telling me to get out there more now for women. But what I was doing was I kept trying to kind of like connect an income to it. And again, I learned a big lesson from that, which is, if we've been put here to do something, and obviously I went through the loss of my son, and that I kind of like woke up to kind of like what I'm here to do, and obviously the boot camp business, etc. I made great money from that. But then in this rest period, I've built another great business which wasn't empowering women at all. But there was still that voice like, you've got to do it, you've got to do it. And, you know, it's like 24/7 just like on my mind, but I was trying to connect income all the time. And every time I tried to connect income to it, it became really stressful for me. So I learned a big lesson there that sometimes, you know, our passion and our purpose doesn't have to have a dollar attached to it. Okay. So when I learned this lesson, I could move forward then with kind of like more joy and happiness, and kind of like, right, what am I going to do then to help women? I've already done like the weight loss and the body transformation, and that wasn't the thing that like was really doing it for me. But, you know, I was having more and more and more and more conversations, because I actually commit to speaking to a woman every day, one woman every day, to help one woman every day. Not not to make money or anything, but just to help one woman every day. So I do a Skype call every day with a woman who needs some help. And I commit to that every day. So I was listening to these women, and the same thing kept coming up every time. Money, 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 money. And it was either a partner had left them, and they were then in a situation where they were struggling to feed their children, or their business had broken down and they couldn't, you know, they were struggling again, again to pay bills, you know, food for the kids, etc. They'd lost a job. They didn't know what to do. Again, money. It was always coming back. It was always coming back to money, always coming back to money. And then with my other business, I couldn't help them. There was no way to help them, because my coaching fees were high ticket. So anything like in my book and positioning and business and coaching business is high ticket items. So I felt really disconnected in how I could help them, even though I was showing up every day and speaking to them and guiding them. And I just felt like they wanted more, you know, they wanted more from me, and I could give them more. So I had no idea what I was going to do, because these weren't women that wanted to build businesses either. They were just looking for a better life, but they didn't know what they was going to do. And they weren't women that were kind of like, right, I want to create a product and build a brand and all of this kind of stuff. So I really had to sit with it. I kept on having conversations with people, and obviously the money thing was still coming up. And then I got connected to, again, it's kind of like that kind of like God bringing people onto my path, and got connected with this really amazing guy he's just one of my most favorite people in the world. And he's a network marketer. And you know, so this sounds a bit stalkerish, but you know, I was connected with him, and he's a client in my other business. And I started following his story online, and I started kind of like, you know, looking at all the people's lives, you know, he changed. And then I started listening to the stories of people that were in his network marketing team. Women again, and they was all talking this story of how they were struggling, you know, and they didn't know what to do, and this was the way that had kind of like, it was the vehicle that had given them a better life, and it just clicked, and it was just like, that's the thing, that's the vehicle. This is how I can help women. Not here to sell them a coaching program to create products and brands and etc. I'm here to give them a vehicle so that a vehicle that also, and you know, you'll probably connect to this as well, and people listening to this, as an entrepreneur, when we're in charge of building products, designing, bringing on staff, payroll, absolutely everything that goes with an entrepreneur, these women didn't want all that stress. These women want to be with their families, but they want to create more income. You know, they probably just want to replace their income from a job that they hate, that's taking them away from the children every day, or, you know, income because the husband's left them or whatever. They didn't want all the extra with it. So it's like, right, this is the vehicle, because all that they have to do is sell a product and help more women. That is it. And that is and that again was just something that just like lit a fire in me. Nothing to do with the money whatsoever, but it was just, I can give women a vehicle to completely transform their lives. Yeah. And this will be a huge ripple effect, because then they can give that vehicle to another woman to change their lives, and so on, so on, so on. And it was just like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. So that is what my focus is for 2016, which is impacting as many women's lives as I can by giving them this vehicle to transform their lives. So yeah, it's been pretty transformational, really.
Wow. An amazing story.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing your story today, Venessa. Folks, if we want to connect with you further, where can we reach you?
They can get me on Facebook, on my Facebook page. So it is facebook.com/Venessa Moss. That's it. They can get me on there. Just go there, drop me a message on there. Like I said, I speak to people every day. I love connecting. I love talking. So if anybody wants to reach out, I'm more than happy to connect.
All right, folks. That's Venessa Moss. That's Venessa with an E.
Yes.
N-E-S-S-A, and Moss is M-O-S. Venessa, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, folks. It's been an inspiring one. Until tomorrow, this is the Bravepreneur Parents Academy. Up and away.
Thanks for supporting my dad's show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to iTunes. He said hot chocolate is for closers. If you don't subscribe, I don't get hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate.
Fear not, although this chapter of Bravepreneur Parents Academy has come to its conclusion, we have many more adventures for you and your brave little heroes. Head over to bravequest.me for access to the Brave Quest Journal, an interactive activity playbook that rewards your little ones with points for accomplishing tasks that build character and unleash your child's inner superhero all before bedtime. We look forward to having you join us for more adventures next time on Bravepreneur Parents Academy.